When LeBron James decides he's retiring, it is coming with trumpets blaring, Adam Silver by his side, and he is going on a state-by-state, coast-to-coast tour so that everyone can acknowledge how great he was and give him a parting gift and thank him for his amazing contributions to the NBA.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.
The future of the prediction markets, I think, at least for now, may be in the hands of the federal courts. But the good news for those who support prediction markets is that these court battles may last for another 2 to 3 years before we get clarity around the law. And nominee Seelig was handpicked by Donald Trump, not because he was neutral on prediction markets, but because he would do nothing to slow it down.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
He's the fan favorite. They love talking about Stafford, the 38-year-old guy. He's the Super Bowl champ. We got the family. Any opportunity to pump McVay and Stafford as a team, they do that. They love this team. They love Aaron Donald, and rightfully so. Best defensive player, but they love to pump up Stafford.
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
Football contest season is back, and so is the Las Vegas Football Contest Show. Season 2, the sharpest football contest show in the land. Focusing on all 3 Circus Sports contests and the Westgate Superbook Super Contest, we handicap the games and release our contest picks every week of the season. Featuring Super Contest champions Brady Cannon, James Salinas, and former NFL player Mike Pritchard, all team will have you prepared this season like none other. Check us out every weekend right here on SportsGrid.
Hi, welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the grid. Hour number 3 of our 3.5 hour extravaganza. Mostly football, a little hockey, a little NBA. But, Gabe, we got some breaking baseball news. What's going on in the baseball world tonight? What do you got?
Yeah, the New York Mets. It was funny because I was just saying earlier today, what a slow start to the Major League Baseball free agency season that has been, with the exception of Dylan Cease's signing. But the New York Mets. So Steve Cohen wins the casino license today with the Hard Rock, and he decides to spend some money tonight, albeit not that much money. $50 million deal, 3-year contract. Devin Williams. Wow. Is staying in the same city but changing jerseys. And something tells me that WFAN is probably going to have a lot of interesting calls tonight about Devin Williams. Of all cities, Scott, that he signs in. Like, he was linked with the Dodgers. The Dodgers actually liked him. But the Dodgers, they're going to bring Tanner Scott back. We'll see. Maybe they get Diaz. We'll see what happens with that, potentially. But I know the Dodgers were linked with Devin Williams. So teams did like Devin Williams, despite the fact the Yankee fans don't like him.
Yeah, I was going to say, the Yankee fan is probably thrilled he's gone. The Mets fan, I guess they should be happy he's coming to them. But it is kind of a weird dynamic, giving him that
what
much
if he's
money
good with the Mets, though?
Yeah, well,
it'll just stick it.
Right? Yeah, Mets took Soto. Now they took Devin Williams. Maybe.
Yeah, but that's not a lot of money, Scott. For baseball,
no, 3 years,
$50 million, dude. So it's like 17, a little less than 17 mil each, right? It's 3 times 17, 51 mil. So it's a little less than 16.8 million or whatever a year. That's come on. Cohen spends that like mowing his grass in the back.
Yeah. Do they re-sign? The issue with the Met fan would be tonight, Gabe, is this mean we're not re-signing Diaz? And if that's the case, then they took a step back. But if they're adding
does Diaz want out?
Or Diaz wants out, maybe they got word like Diaz is asking for way too much money, and we're just not going to go down that road for a closer.
I don't think, Scott, think Diaz is coming back. I think this is a sign that Devin Williams is going to be the guy.
Yeah. Wow. I'll tell you what. I mean, he had his spurts. The problem with Devin Williams, when he was bad, he was bad. And he was bad in all, like, the key moments against the key teams in the key situations. But if you looked at his game log, he would go 7-8 games in a row without giving up a run. But then it would just, like, boom, 5 runs.
There were times, though, weren't they, where it was like, really, Boone, you're going to put him in now? It was almost like they didn't protect him at times. Whereas, like, listen, we know he's not pitching well. Let's just protect him here. Don't put it like, you know what I mean? Because if it goes badly, he could lose his confidence for real, right? They kind of just threw him out there all the time too much. Like, they didn't protect him.
Yeah. Yep.
But I would imagine, Scott, like you just said,
not that good.
What you just said about Diaz, it could be that, listen, it's December 1st right now, and they don't like the way talks are going, right?
Right.
Like I said, the Dodgers have been linked with Diaz. The San Francisco Giants are always out there throwing big money around and trying to sign people. It's all about money, right? And also, are the Mets about to win? Look, that's another question. Like, they sign players, but are they the right players? I guess that's going to be the debate here with Devin Williams as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Remember they signed Scherzer and Verlander, right?
Yeah. How'd that turn out? And you don't want to give a closer a long contract because these guys, for whatever reason, I don't know what it is.
No.
But they're good for a couple of years and then seem to bottom out. Then they get resurrected maybe a little bit down the line. But they don't, it's rare to have the Mariano Rivera's of the world, the Lee Smiths.
Especially in the modern era. You're right. Dude, you just, man, if I would never pay like massive money unless like the guy was already on the team and I would keep him type thing. But
right.
The way I look at it is like, you're telling me that in our entire organization, we don't have one kid that can throw 102 or 100 miles an hour that's got like ice in his veins, right? Like you find and that's the thing. It's fleeting with these guys. They all have bad years, right? Like you said, there's very few. I mean, people are spoiled. Not everyone's Mariano Rivera, right? And Mariano Rivera came in a lot of very favorable situations too, right? So I'm with you. I just sort of would ride the hot hand. You know what I mean? Like, look at the Dodgers. Right. They just went with Sasaki in the playoffs. It worked. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah.
We'll pitch Yamamoto. We'll pitch Sasaki. Like, you know what I mean? No. I've always been baffled by that, Scott. Like, you go the entire season, baseball, you're in the 7th inning of the World Series, bro, and there's some dude that's making like $800,000. Like, you know what I mean? You got your 9th reliever and the season's on the line with the guy. And I think we're seeing less and less of that now. Right now, it's more like no. We're gonna put the ace out there. And we're gonna live and die with it and stuff, right? The Dodgers. Some of the Dodger guys sort of got it done, but they were relying on Yamamoto and Sasaki and stuff. Was a dangerous way to live, but it's not that much money for Devin Williams. I think they got a bargain for him, to be honest with you. I'm just surprised that Williams, Scott, wanted to stay in the New York City area.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? The same radio stations, the same newspapers. Yeah. Fresh life in LA, fresh life in San Francisco. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like I guess it doesn't bother him. Point blank. If it bothered him, Scott, he'd go, no. I've been through this with these New Yorkers. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
No, he said, all right, I'll go to the Mets. It's almost like he wants to stick it to the Yankees and the Yankee fans.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? I'll show them. Yeah. Like.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a pretty good deal, but we'll see. Even Diaz's first year, we were talking in the break, struggled as his first
What's
year.
16 mil, Scott? What's 16 mil to the Mets? Like, serious. There's no salary cap. Who cares?
It's amazing how much money they can spend. The guy just got awarded a contract to open up a casino, basically, in next to Shea
$6 billion facility.
Yeah. I mean, he's just like, it's a good sign in that, he gets this and he's still willing to spend money, because there was some concern around here, Gabe, that, he bought the Mets and he pumped money into the Mets and kind of woo-wooed everybody. And, everyone's on his side. They all love him now, right? That he was only doing this to get the casino.
He's spending. Listen, he still had the #1 payroll this year in Major League Baseball. The problem is, I think he's got too much power. He's a fan. It's a rare instance where like a fan of the team buys the team. Like, he was a Met fan for real. Like, so he's a Met fan, but he bought it as a toy almost. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so rich, all right, I'll own the team, and I'm a fan of the team, but his signings are very fan-like. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't think, like, from a fundamental. Yeah, he doesn't think from a big name. Oh, all right, okay, like Devin Williams, all right, like, you know, like he's almost like Ballmer. Like, let's stick it to the Lakers.
Lakers.
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, there's a Yankee available? All right, yeah, okay. Right? I don't know. Like, he doesn't spend, because you can't say he doesn't spend money. The guy spent more money than any other team. He spent more money than the Dodgers did, right? But he doesn't spend money on the right players. And even Juan Soto, as good as he is, you know, you're better off getting like 2 or 3 good players instead of paying Soto $70 million a year. Because Soto's good, but he's not much better than everyone else, Scott. Like, Ohtani's special. Ohtani pitches, and like Ohtani's more consistent than Soto, right? Yeah. Soto is a really good player, but you've overpaid him, and you know, I don't know, like you don't have a salary cap, but it's still he makes so much money, it cuts into the team payroll type of deal. Like you really are better, Scott, having a couple of good players as opposed to just one mega star in baseball.
Absolutely. Even the Yankees were, when everything is said and done, with them spending the money that they saved on not giving to Soto.
They signed all those pitchers, and their staff was good.
Goldschmidt, and the what's his face, the pitcher from the Braves there. So they were absolutely better. No two ways about it.
They exactly.
Fried.
They spent the money pretty wisely. Actually, they made their look. They won they didn't win the division. They went to the playoffs at least, right?
Mets didn't. So that's all you need to know, right? I would hate to give those.
I don't think Soto cares. That's the deal with Soto. Yeah. I don't say that about a lot of guys. Like, I'm not saying like he wants to succeed, but he wants to hit 330. He wants to put his numbers up.
Yeah.
And if they don't win, they don't win. He's like, listen, I did my job, right? I'm going back to party now. Like he's very.
And
he ain't crying after a loss.
Yeah, he won the World Series with the Nationals. I think that drive is out of him. It really is. Patriots threatening. We'll update him.
When LeBron James decides he's retiring, it is coming with trumpets blaring, Adam Silver by his side, and he is going on a state-by-state, coast-to-coast tour so that everyone can acknowledge how great he was and give him a parting gift and thank him for his amazing contributions to the NBA.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.
The future of the prediction markets, I think, at least for now, may be in the hands of the federal courts. But the good news for those who support prediction markets is that these court battles may last for another 2 to 3 years before we get clarity around the law. And nominee Seelig was handpicked by Donald Trump, not because he was neutral on prediction markets, but because he would do nothing to slow it down.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
He's the fan favorite. They love talking about Stafford, the 38-year-old guy. He's the Super Bowl champ. We got the family. Any opportunity to pump McVay and Stafford as a team, they do that. They love this team. They loved Aaron Donald, and rightfully so. Best defensive player, but they love to pump up Stafford.
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
Football contest season is back, and so is the Las Vegas Football Contest Show. Season 2, the sharpest football contest show in the land. Focusing on all 3 Circus Sports contests and the Westgate Superbook Super Contest, we handicap the games and release our contest picks every week of the season. Featuring Super Contest champions Brady Cannon, James Salinas, and former NFL player Mike Pritchard, all team will have you prepared this season like none other. Check us out every weekend right here on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live, Game Day here on the Grid, hour number 3. So how about some bad special teams by the Patriots? They just shanked
first mistake, Scott, they made. It's the first mistake the Patriots have made all night.
Yeah. The whole night, yeah. And that was bad. That was bad. So, all right, keeping the Giants hanging around 30-7 with 4 minutes left.
I got a puncher's chance for my teaser. Plus 14. Let's go. +4. I got +14.5 actually. So yeah, +14.5. I'm down by 23.
Mine
If we
is
just
actually,
sort of maybe.
We're both on the periphery of losing our tees. I'm holding on to the under 52.5, 30-7 now. The over-under is actually only 50.5. They think the scoring is stopped here. That's 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't know where the points are coming from right now. This third quarter is rolling along right now. This is probably the smallest I wagered on a Monday night game this year, though. I dodged a bullet with Denver last night. Yeah, I did. Tonight I was like, oh, Giants. Are you kidding me? Like Giants and Patriots. And all right, I'll hope for the best with the Patriots type of deal with the Giants that they can hang around. But a terrible performance from the Giants, and the Patriots seem kind of bored now. Now they're getting a little sloppier.
Yeah. This is where they call off the dog. Not that they call off the dogs, but the energy is not the same. The energy level is not the same. And this is how you get all those great points in the first half, and then it just shuts down like that Rams-Bucks game a couple of weeks ago. Same thing.
Even the players are like us, Scott. They start to look at the clock during games like this. You know what I'm saying? Guys on both teams started looking up. All right, good. There's only 8 minutes left at least. I'll be out of here soon.
You got 3, not really 3, but you got some surprises in hockey. Devils lost 5-3 at home to Columbus. What they were doing as -140 favorites, I don't know. But as it turned out, Columbus, which has played lousy hockey, ends up winning.
Tricky line.
5-3.
Got to read between the lines sometimes, Scott, with his stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, I overthought this one tonight. I'm like, why is it only 7? It should be like 10. What do they know? I don't know. It was one of those sort of like sometimes you get burnt thinking like that, but oftentimes it'll pay off when the number is what it is. There's Jackson Dart scrambling and picking up a first down at least. So we'll see if they don't tap out. Maybe they can backdoor this in some fashion. But Utah and San Jose just got started, actually. A couple of minutes in, still scoreless right now. Utah, -170 favorites in game, Scott. Pretty big favorites on the road.
That was another strange line. Yeah, I mean, Utah's, again, let me go to my numbers here, but they're not playing well. San Jose
they've been on the road a lot, too.
Yeah.
And one of their players, their best player's father just died. So, they've had, an emotional few days. Yeah, Clayton Keller's father, unexpectedly, too. So it wasn't one of those, he's sick, and you know what I mean, it happened. But, unexpectedly, he just died out of the blue the other night. And he's played. He's played through it, but you got to imagine just the emotional, they've been on, and right on cue, San Jose just scored. Like I said, Scott, they played, his father died, I think it was Thursday night type thing. He played the Friday. They said he wants to play, right? And we're going to support his decision. He wants to stay with the team and play. So I'm just saying, and then I saw they played on Saturday as well. Now they're playing again tonight on the road. Like I said, it's got to catch up to them a little bit, right? Even the freaking road trip, but they're going through an emotional run here too.
Yeah, 7 straight road losses, 5-10 on the road last 15, and San Jose's terrific. Terrific for San Jose. And they were in Anaheim, same thing, Gabe. I had a first place team in Anaheim. And a next to last place team in St. Louis, and St. Louis was a decent sized favorite. It was Anaheim was like +125 or so, and same thing with San Jose. The people just aren't buying in the Ducks Anaheim and San Jose being halfway decent.
No, they don't, especially the Ducks. We've seen this, and the Ducks actually are good, but we've talked about this. The computers, the sports books, they're not overly concerned with the NHL.
Yeah,
they're really not. So they don't catch on, they don't notice, and they don't care. They don't adjust their numbers for teams. They're very slow to do it. They'll stick with their preseason metrics the computer program has made, and they keep spitting it out, right, the way that it is. And every year, Scott, there's a couple of hockey teams that weren't supposed to be good that are good that you can really cash in on. The Blackhawks are a good example, the Ducks. Last year was the Canadiens. Last year, the Canadiens were they were basically above 500 all the time, Scott, but they were always underdogs on the road, and they were always a pick 'em. And it was they actually win a lot of these games, but they never adjusted, really. They never really adjusted. And we're seeing a slow adjust right now with the Blackhawks, the Ducks, and some of these other young teams.
Amazing. Typical hockey. I got Jordan Kyrou, 2 shots on goal first period. He scored a goal first period, right? So I'm going to get a 3rd shot on goal, right? Yeah, 10 minutes left, and he's still on 2 shots on goal. They're trailing 3-1.
Yeah, It's
I mean,
frustrating.
it's
Shots on goal can be frustrating. Like,
man, it's amazing.
I had a player
how
the
that
other
happens.
day. I had Bertuzzi. I gave Bertuzzi on Friday night, Scott. Like, I don't know what he did, if he upset the coach or whatnot, but he only played like 13 minutes.
Wow.
So I was like, is he hurt? Like, he's stuck at 13 minutes. And it was like, no, like, he's sitting on the bench. Right? Sometimes coaches send a message. They didn't like the effort on a shift and next thing you know, you don't play that much in a game. It was very frustrating. And Connor Bedard had 1 million shots on goal finally. It's funny because he's been on a big trend to the under all the time, Scott.
Right.
It's almost like teams are like, yeah, we're not going to let Bedard shoot. So like Bedard's passing the puck and stuff. But, it's a moving target. But the shots on goal props are a good one. But you've got to identify unknown players. The star players are not good to bet on. Because there's no value. Like we talked about, like Nate McKinnon. Yeah, he gets the 5 shots on goal. His prop is 4.5.
Yeah.
So you basically need 5 to win the bet, which isn't easy. It's like asking a running back to rush for 100 yards type of deal.
Yeah. And even that, most of these main guys are all like 2-1. Whenever they give you a good line, you're like, you got to put them in a parlay. You're forced to get 2 right. You just, who wants to lay 2-1 on these things? So.
And like you said, too, oftentimes guys will score early in a game, and then after they don't do anything for the rest of the game. It's almost like subconsciously they got their goal for the night. It's like, I got my goal. I'm good. Like,
I'm good. Yeah.
You see that all the time in the NHL, where a guy will like light it up in the first period, and he just disappears for the rest of the game.
Yeah. How about the Rockets down 11 at the half against Utah?
Tickets were $2, Scott. $2 on TickPick tonight.
Really?
It's not a good sign for your league. Hell, like my band Homicide charged $15 to get into our last concert even. I'm charging more than NBA games.
Against first place team, though, lad. That's $20.
When LeBron James decides he's retiring, it is coming with trumpets blaring, Adam Silver by his side, and he is going on a state-by-state, coast-to-coast tour so that everyone can acknowledge how great he was and give him a parting gift and thank him for his amazing contributions to the NBA.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.
The future of the prediction markets, I think, at least for now, may be in the hands of the federal courts. But the good news for those who support prediction markets is that these court battles may last for another 2 to 3 years before we get clarity around the law. And nominee Seelig was handpicked by Donald Trump, not because he was neutral on prediction markets, but because he would do nothing to slow it down.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
He's the fan favorite. They love talking about Stafford, the 38-year-old guy. He's the Super Bowl champ. We got the family. Any opportunity to pump McVay and Stafford as a team, they do that. They love this team. They love Aaron Donald, and rightfully so. Best defensive player, but they love to pump up Stafford.
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
Football contest season is back, and so is the Las Vegas Football Contest Show. Season 2, the sharpest football contest show in the land. Focusing on all 3 Circus Sports contests and the Westgate Superbook Super Contest, we handicap the games and release our contest picks every week of the season. Featuring Super Contest champions Brady Cannon, James Salinas, and former NFL player Mike Pritchard, all team will have you prepared this season like none other. Check us out every weekend right here on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live, Game Day here on the Grid. Scott and Gabe, hour number 3 of our 3.5 hour extravaganza. We'll see how long this football game lasts. We got some points while we were away. What else is new? Giants with a touchdown. How about that? So penning the extra point.
I think we've been on the air.
What's that?
for one touchdown. We've been on the air for one touchdown tonight, I think.
I think the
was
whole
one
year.
of them where we
I think, forget about tonight. I think the whole year we've been on for one touchdown. I mean, it just.
And it was barely, too. We were going into the break. I was like, oh, it's a touchdown. And we went to the break type of deal. Again, of course. So, of course, they're going for 2 now. All right. No one ever gets it when they go for 2 after this stuff. Jackson Dart's running for his life.
See, they got it. They did get it.
Wow, that's a hell of a play from Dart. They get it, 30-15.
Yeah. They don't get
Halfway
it there,
home.
though, Gabe. Well, we'll bring it up with Brady Cannon. Brady Cannon, SportsGrid host. We see it here all the time here on the grid. What's going on, Brady? How are you tonight? I was going to say, if they don't get it, they're down 3 scores. And you're in the fourth quarter. The idea is to eliminate how many scores you need. So to me, down 15, who cares? The idea is get 16 or less. This way you're down 2 touchdowns, 2 2-point conversions.
They don't think like that.
It doesn't make any sense to me, but that's football 2025, Brady.
We're dealing with Mike Kafka. I mean, this is the guy that went for it on 4th and whatever, in his debut. And I don't necessarily believe that was the wrong call, but given, where the game was, the situation, analytics, I'm glad that they've come around because I think it definitely makes for a more efficient league and oftentimes a more exciting league. But those don't, it's just like when we're handicapping games and you crunch the numbers. Those don't always tell the entire story. My numbers, you show me a model that's correct 80% of the time, and I'll show you a guy that's lying about how good he is at handicapping. I mean, so, the analytics can tell you what to do, but is that always the right button to push? And I don't
on the
think that's
positive
the case.
side, at least it worked, and they're down 15 now.
Right.
Yeah. So,
I mean, and sometimes it does.
And 8-7. Yeah, so they got it down to 2 scores.
When you're down like this to begin the fourth quarter, does it really matter that much anyway? I mean, and now, you can't say they're completely out of it at this point. It felt like they were doing fine, and then, the missed field goal was really bad.
But
the fact
you
that
and
they
I,
didn't get
though,
a
I think.
touchdown. Well,
I saw you online.
They caught a break. They caught a break when the guy shanked the punt. And the fact that they couldn't take advantage of that was where this game really went. That's where this game really went sideways.
But how about Sirianni the other day? And I didn't agree with that. And I think you did, Brady. I saw you defending the analytics, so to speak, of Sirianni's decision, which I don't get. Like, these coaches just, they overthink. Like, the game was over, right?
Which
just
one
point
was
blank.
that?
Like, Sirianni basically, he decided to go for the 2, but with 3 minutes left, they didn't get it. So they were down 9. So
I understood the analytics of it, but again, it's the situation. You're not going to get the ball 2 more times in the game. It made no sense.
No, you're right.
So I didn't agree with. I was talking with Adam over the weekend with Adam Kaufman, and he thought Sirianni was crazy. And I said, well, what he did numerically, analytically was correct, but again, given the situation,
but there wasn't enough time. Yeah, I actually saw you say that. You're right. So yeah, there wasn't enough time. And JJ Watt jumped in.
12 minutes left, right? JJ Watt. If you did that with 12 minutes left in the game, fine. But 3 minutes left, you're not going to get the ball back twice, pal. Didn't make sense.
I like that JJ Watt, though, admitted the human aspect. That's the one thing, like you said. Like, the analytics is one thing, but you got to remember, these are people playing the game. And like JJ Watt said, he goes, as a player, it's not right to admit this, but he said, you're down 9, the sidelines are completely different. Like, the team gives up almost. Right?
Yes.
If you're only down 1 score, Scott, right? It's like, man, all right, we get the ball back, we're down a score. They're not dumb. They know there's 2.5 minutes left. We're down 9 points. We're screwed now. Like, I didn't understand why Sirianni didn't understand that.
I thought both J.J. Watt and Greg Olsen were very well said in what they had.
Oh, that's right. It was Greg Olsen. My bad. Greg Olsen was defending.
Well, and then
Greg
J.J.
Olsen
Watt
said it was
responded.
the right play. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then J.J. Watt came back and said, you know what, you're right, but. And I think they were both correct and both well spoken and well thought out, and I thought they both made
Philly
sense.
Fan, speaking of well spoken and well thought out, Philadelphia fan disagreed, and nobody is more calm and thoughtful than Philadelphia Eagle fans.
And considerate.
Did you see this? Did you see this tonight?
Absolutely.
These people, they won the Super Bowl last year. A bunch of people went and they threw rocks at the OC's house last night. They filmed it. I hope they get found and arrested. But, yeah, they attack in the guy's house. The offensive coordinator at Eagles.
right, get some winners from Brady when we come back. In-game live game day on the grid.
When LeBron James decides he's retiring, it is coming with trumpets blaring, Adam Silver by his side, and he is going on a state-by-state, coast-to-coast tour so that everyone can acknowledge how great he was and give him a parting gift and thank him for his amazing contributions to the NBA.
The Craig Carton Show. Only on SportsGrid.
The future of the prediction markets, I think, at least for now, may be in the hands of the federal courts. But the good news for those who support prediction markets is that these court battles may last for another 2 to 3 years before we get clarity around the law. And nominee Seelig was handpicked by Donald Trump, not because he was neutral on prediction markets, but because he would do nothing to slow it down.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
He's the fan favorite. They love talking about Stafford, the 38-year-old guy. He's the Super Bowl champ. We got the family. Any opportunity to pump McVay and Stafford as a team, they do that. They love this team. They love Aaron Donald, and rightfully so. Best defensive player, but they love to pump up Stafford.
Pro Football Today. Only on SportsGrid.
Football contest season is back, and so is the Las Vegas Football Contest Show. Season 2, the sharpest football contest show in the land. Focusing on all 3 Circus Sports contests and the Westgate Superbook Super Contest, we handicap the games and release our contest picks every week of the season. Featuring Super Contest champions Brady Cannon, James Salinas, and former NFL player Mike Pritchard, all team will have you prepared this season like none other. Check us out every weekend right here on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in-game live game day here on the grid. So Patriots with the ball on the move. What else is new? Although it's 3rd and 12 at the Giant 41-yard line. Now it's 4th down. Ooh, they get to stop. It's 4th down. Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, they got to stop. Giants defense is engaged now that they scored that last touchdown. They're back in it.
Are they going to punt?
Stop Mike Vrabel. Yeah, they are.
We saw him go because he went for it on 4th and 6 earlier. This is 4th and 8 from the Giant 41. Yeah, and he got it on 4th.
He looks frustrated.
Yeah,
he looked very frustrated on this last drive, Vrabel. I don't think he liked the Giants score. I don't think he thinks they have been kind of sloppy here in this.
There's been
in the third quarter. We talked about it into the fourth.
Giants, and it was that muffed punt. Not muffed punt, but the shank punt. There's been a few different occasions that the Giants have had opportunities and they just haven't been able to capitalize.
And if you're Vrabel, he's kind of a perfectionist. He's not going to be happy, guys, that Singletary was kind of untouched. It was like a 26-yard touchdown run, right? It was just boom. There was no one around. Now they just took the old delay of game penalty. I never understood why teams just don't decline it. I think they did, actually.
Some do.
If the other team wants more room to punt, just say no. I don't care.
I always say, guys, do that. Have the opposing team decline it, and then run a fake punt. Nobody on the Giants right now. If you just tried to do a 5-yard penalty, no one would think you're fake punting. I think this is the perfect time for a fake punt.
Good call.
I don't hate your style because, you're going backwards. They're not going to think, they're going to add 5 yards to this fake punt, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But no, they're not running a fake punt. Look at the guy in the Giants. The guy caught the ball on a fair punt. He's dancing after. It's like, bro, you're losing by 15. Like, I swear, this league, modern player.
He's so happy, Gabe, they didn't screw up.
They didn't fumble it.
What are you blaming? Of course he's celebrating.
Look up. He's doing this little dance. He's wiggling. I'm like, bro, you caught a ball. You caught the punt. He wants the medal.
All right, so right now it's 14.5. If you want the Giants, You can get 14.5, Brady, plus 140. So they're not kicking any field goals, obviously. So it's a touchdown or bust, and the over-under is down to 52.5. Boy, the scoring is obviously stopped. So 8 points, they might go for 2. They have to, so you could get that over 52 as well with one score. What do you think? Interested?
I'd probably go Giants and over. And the reason I say that is because the original spread here, we're looking at 7 or 7.5. It's double that now. So, you would expect that it would get a little bit closer to what the original spread is. So I'd take and it's also on the other side of a key number. So yeah, go ahead and give me 14 and the hook. Yeah, go ahead.
And Scott, how about this? Do they go for 2 on the first touchdown? Hypothetically,
I think they will. Well, again, it's how much time's left, right? If they score, let's say before 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, then yeah, I think they'll go for 2. But my point is, and there's also going to be a little bit of let up on the Patriots defense because they're down 15. It's not, the sense of urgency is not there. We're like, oh my gosh, we got to, the game's on the line here. They might give up a touchdown, a little bit of prevent type defense. And I think that can get the Giants inside of 14.5 and possibly over the 52.5.
Yeah.
And if they do score, there's a good chance New England will score again as well.
Yeah. I think, guys, after watching Koo try that last field goal, I think they're done with kicking extra points.
Well, that's another thing.
He's never ever seen that before in his life, and I don't think I have either.
Have you?
No,
I've seen guys shank it. Okay, laces in, laces out, whatever. You know what I mean? But
I played soccer all my life.
I've never seen a kicker jam his foot like that before. Like when I saw it live, Brady, I was like, oh, I guess they're running a fake. And I don't know, it's like a Statue of Liberty fake. Like the kicker goes up, misses the ball on purpose. But I realized, no, they didn't plan that.
I think what he probably did, because I just said I played soccer for a long, long time. I imagine his plant foot, he overextended and he really got caught in between there and it didn't have the right cadence, if you will, of his gait. I think he probably overextended with his plant foot, and that's what caused his kicking leg to come up short.
If nobody scores again in this game, that could be the difference between the over-under.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's 46.5. We're at 45 right now. I'm just saying. I know,
30-7.
Different stuff happens after, but
Yeah.
What about the Thursday game, Brady? The Cowboys and the Lions.
Great game. I believe I saw today that the Lions were favored by 3. I was thinking 2.5. I don't know if I'd make them a
It was 3.5 all week, Brady. It opened up at 3.5 last week, and it was 3.5 all week. It finally moved down to 3.
I would have definitely taken the hook. And I don't really want to lay 3. I mean, it's probably the perfect number. The books are going to get 50-50 action, I would think, with a 3. And who knows? It might bounce around all week. The Lions are still, I believe, one of the best teams in football, but the injuries are catching up. They just don't have enough healthy people anymore. No Laporta, no Amon-Ra St. Brown. A couple of linemen are out. Frank Ragnow tries to come back and help. He doesn't pass the physical. Their secondary has been injured for, it seems like 2 months. So when they're healthy, I still think they are absolutely a Super Bowl contender.
Pickens and Lamb are not the guys you want to see when you have a banged-up secondary either. And we've seen guys the last 2 weeks. The giant wide receivers got open all day. Last week, the Packers, Christian Watson and Dobbs, they were running right past them.
It happened when they lost to Kansas City. Yeah, no doubt. And the Cowboys are red hot. It happened when they lost at Kansas City. That was really the first game when they were really banged up injury-wise, especially in the secondary, the Detroit Lions. And they just haven't been able to get healthy, and that's really been the beginning of the end. And I don't think the schedule's really tough the rest of the year, too. I mean, we were looking at yes and no to make the playoffs, and I believe they're a pretty heavy favorite to miss. And I understand. I don't think they're going to make it.
Are you drinking?
It's kind of like the Buccaneers a little bit. The Buccaneers are a good team too, but they're just too injured.
Yeah. How about just from Dallas' standpoint, drinking the Kool-Aid? You're buying into this, 3-game gauntlet here. They're going to go at least 2-1. Then their schedule eases up a little bit. They make it the playoffs.
I think I'd bet the yes, because the schedule is very favorable. One of our guests on the show last night said it. I can't remember who it was, but this Thursday night game is kind of like a loser go home. Whoever loses that game is pretty much done. And if Dallas wins, then yeah, the rest of the schedule is pretty favorable. I certainly think they could win 4 out of their last 5, and that might just get them home. I don't think they're going to win the division. The biggest difference, and you guys know this, is the defense. The defense has gotten healthy, and they've added a couple players, including Quinnen Williams. Overshown is back. They're not a great defense, but with that offense, if they're average, that equates to
they're
a good
much
team.
better now. They're much better than they were defensively. Yeah,
Quinnen
Williams, Overshown, Woodside,
right? Yeah,
Malik
they
Hooker.
were Cincinnati. Yeah, and now they're an average defense, and that's plenty good when you have that offense.
They got Detroit, right? Then Minnesota and the Chargers at home, and then the Redskin Commanders, and then the Giants on the road. You could go 3-1. If you could somehow beat Detroit.
Right, exactly. That's the first hurdle. And then everything else gets a lot easier, I think. And not that the Chargers are a bad team, but Dallas is a different animal at home. And they're lucky that they're playing the Lions on the road, the Chargers. Because my point is, the Cowboys aren't as good on the road when they're on grass, when they're on natural grass.
A lot of dome stadiums, yeah.
Right. That's not the case at Detroit. So I think they got a shot with that surface.
Yeah. I'm telling you, beat Detroit. They're not losing to the Vikings. If Rosenberg is still the quarterback, he sucks. Gabe and I talked about that last week or 2 weeks ago when they were on Monday night or Thursday night game. He's got no business being in an NFL uniform.
McCarthy's back this week, Scott, but can McCarthy stay healthy? He seems to have a hard time getting through a game.
He's not very good either.
Brandon, good job, man. Appreciate it. As always, we'll do it again on Thursday.
When LeBron James decides he's retiring, it is coming with trumpets blaring, Adam Silver by his side, and he is going on a state-by-state, coast-to-coast tour so that everyone can acknowledge how great he was and give him a parting gift and thank him for his amazing contributions to the NBA.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.
The future of the prediction markets, I think, at least for now, may be in the hands of the federal courts. But the good news for those who support prediction markets is that these court battles may last for another 2 to 3 years before we get clarity around the law. And nominee Seelig was handpicked by Donald Trump, not because he was neutral on prediction markets, but because he would do nothing to slow it down.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
He's the fan favorite. They love talking about Stafford, the 38-year-old guy. He's the Super Bowl champ. We got the family. Any opportunity to pump McVay and Stafford as a team, they do that. They love this team. They loved Aaron Donald, and rightfully so. Best defensive player, but they love to pump up Stafford.
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
Football contest season is back, and so is the Las Vegas Football Contest Show. Season 2, the sharpest football contest show in the land. Focusing on all 3 Circus Sports contests and the Westgate Superbook Super Contest, we handicap the games and release our contest picks every week of the season. Featuring Super Contest champions Brady Cannon, James Salinas, and former NFL player Mike Pritchard, all team will have you prepared this season like none other. Check us out every weekend right here on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live, Game Day here on the Grid. Thanks again, Brady Ken, who joins us, Sports Grid host from time to time, every Monday and Thursday for sure. Here's one story that Gabe, we didn't talk about, and we probably should have, but the Giants didn't start Abdul Carter again tonight. He sat out a couple of plays, coach's decision, not injury related. This guy's turning into a mental midget. You know, I don't know what his problem is with the Giants, and he's obviously not doing any favors for the head coach who's trying to win himself a real head coaching job here. But he's played since, but there's clearly something gone amiss with Abdul Carter. In this
but
Giants
it's a constant thing with the New York Giants.
Right.
In which they draft players who are disgruntled, malcontent, and or problems, and or is it the Giants? I mean, it's like over and over again all the time with their players. Yeah. And don't forget, they passed on Micah Parsons in the draft because they were worried about character concerns, and then they ended up taking Kadarius Toney, who's like not even in the league anymore because he was
because he's adult.
Yeah, like because he's done a million different things and he didn't really care about football after, right? So they get it wrong all the time. But don't forget, when they made this pick, Scott, yeah, exactly, Kayvon Thibodeau, exactly. And both these picks, people thought were great. People anointed Abdul Carter the new Micah Parsons this year. And don't forget, draft people did, all the Giants knocked it out of the park and all that type of stuff, right? But I don't know. I said it earlier. The Giants, they're basically the Cleveland Browns in blue, bro. Right? Like, you can give them a million draft picks or whatnot. I just don't see a light at the end of the tunnel for this team.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't get how you miss as badly as some of these teams do. You sit down with these players, you talk to them, you interview them, you see them at all aspects of their life. There's been a lot. Don't forget. I mean,
there was the other guy, if you remember, DeAndre Baker, the cornerback out of Georgia.
Right.
All right. So he was kind of a bust on the field. They didn't, they were always putting him man-to-man, but he was a number one draft pick, late cornerback pick. And I don't know if you guys remember, but he ended up getting arrested at a poker game in Miami. He thought like the people, like they cheated in the game or whatever. So he came back with like an AK-47 and he robbed them all. That was another giant first round draft pick, Scott. I'm just saying, like, there's a pattern here with these guys.
Yeah. You can't draft angels. I get that. You'll never win if you just draft good guys. I get that. But, there's got to be a line where you talk to that person and you walk away saying, this is disaster. I don't care how good he is. We can't.
But what's weird, and there's the big there's a big run, but it's so Trevion Henderson, we were finally waiting for some chunks. He just popped off a big one.
There you go.
He probably is over the number now, the second half number that we gave here. What's he at now?
Yep. Yeah.
That was a pretty big run.
The original number too. He's at 60 yards. So I need.
So he's getting there. Yeah, he's getting there in the original number.
3 more yards, 4 more yards, 5.
It should come now, Scott. Like I said, there's going to be a drive where there's going to give him the rock, and here it is right now, and he's doing it. So he's going to go over to the next number. I think they give it to him again on this play.
Yeah, that was a good bet at halftime. Real good bet. And we're probably smart to stick on just one guy and not go with both, as I think that was I forget which one the guy said that. So just go with the sure winner.
There's a touchdown, but there's a flag. So Hunter Henry just scored the touchdown. I don't know who the flag is on. It's kind of slow here. The Patriots aren't moving. Like Drake May's not celebrating, but I can't tell. They still like the referees are in conference. I hate when they do this.
Yeah. This is when, the old school, when you were younger, it'd be like, all right, the referees are all getting together, figuring out who's betting on who. And then they'll figure out.
What are we supposed to do on this?
Who's got the Giants plus the 8? We got to keep them in the game. That was the old,
So there's offsetting penalties. Touchdown does not count. No, they redo the play.
That's good, actually. I don't want them to score.
Yeah, you have the under.
Get the ball back, but I got
They're
the
going to kick a field goal to screw you anyways. It'll creep over if they kick the field goal.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't want this. I've got a same game parlay literally with the Patriots at plus 15.5 here. So I don't want any more points either here, Scott. If there's going to be points, I want it from the Giants. And it's just not happening, bro. They can't stop Henderson. He just picked up like another 4 or 5. He's getting really close, depending on when you bet it during the day today, I guess, with that number.
Yeah. Box score says he's got 10 carries for 66 yards. So,
oh boy, so he's up there.
over by 63 and a half, and then you saw 66 and a half, I think you said, right?
66 and a half,
So we need
yeah.
one more.
Yeah,
we need one more
and
yard.
he's on the field here, guys. Like, so
Yeah,
he's the only running
yeah.
back. Like, this is his drive.
Yeah.
They're giving him the ball, so he probably gets the ball here on 2nd and 4 too.
Yeah. So, eating up the clock. Keep that clock ticking. I could give up a touchdown with my teaser, right? It's 45,
Yeah.
so they wouldn't go to. So, yeah, 52. I'd be still under the number by a hook. I got 52 and a half. So
It looks
you
like
just
they're
can't
going to
tell.
score. I don't have any
Yeah.
confidence the Giants are going to punch the ball loose here or something. So it's really, what do the Patriots want to do? Right? I mean, they got 3rd and 1 right now. I imagine Henderson gets the touchdown, which I actually played. So if anyone's going to score, at least give me the damn touchdown.
Yeah. Butte and Williams with the touchdowns and the special teams touchdown. So
Diggs has been invisible
one of the running
tonight.
backs. Yeah, I played a hunch on him. I figured that, old school nationally televised game when he was, really Stephon Diggs, they would make sure they'd get him the ball 7-8 times. But he's got three receptions.
Yeah, well, that's it.
yards. But
It's weird, though,
he's
Scott.
okay
Like,
with that.
they have 30 points, but there's not, like, a bunch of touchdown scores and stuff. Like, I kind of figured, I was like, yeah, Henderson will score. I figured Pats would get to this range. And that, yeah, Henderson will score, but he's got to throw in. Diggs will probably reel one in throughout the night at some point. Just hasn't happened. It's been a weird game.
Yeah.
Hasn't been a flow to it, right? It's kind of it's been a stunty game. Like, it hasn't been a good game. It feels like a preseason game.
They're lucky it's somewhat competitive to keep the audience, but otherwise it really hasn't. Yeah. You get those special teams.
Yeah, the point spreads at play. Yeah, teasers, props, point spreads, total. The total's still up in the air. Exactly. Like, so people's interest is still peaked. But like you said, we're in pretty good from here on out, right? We got Detroit and Dallas on Thursday. And next Monday, the Eagles are in Los Angeles to face the Chargers.
Yeah, good game next week. In-game live, game day, continues for everybody.
When LeBron James decides he's retiring, it is coming with trumpets blaring, Adam Silver by his side, and he is going on a state-by-state, coast-to-coast tour so that everyone can acknowledge how great he was and give him a parting gift and thank him for his amazing contributions to the NBA.
The Craig Carton Show. Only on SportsGrid.
The future of the prediction markets, I think, at least for now, may be in the hands of the federal courts. But the good news for those who support prediction markets is that these court battles may last for another 2 to 3 years before we get clarity around the law. And nominee Seelig was handpicked by Donald Trump, not because he was neutral on prediction markets, but because he would do nothing to slow it down.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
He's the fan favorite. They love talking about Stafford, the 38-year-old guy. He's the Super Bowl champ. We got the family. Any opportunity to pump McVay and Stafford as a team, they do that. They love this team. They loved Aaron Donald, and rightfully so. Best defensive player, but they love to pump up Stafford.
Pro Football Today. Only on SportsGrid.
Football contest season is back, and so is the Las Vegas Football Contest Show. Season 2, the sharpest football contest show in the land. Focusing on all 3 Circus Sports contests and the Westgate Superbook Super Contest, we handicap the games and release our contest picks every week of the season. Featuring Super Contest champions Brady Cannon, James Salinas, and former NFL player Mike Pritchard, all team will have you prepared this season like none other. Check us out every weekend right here on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back in Game Live. Game Day here on the Grid. Final minutes of the Monday Night Football game. Patriots with the ball and the lead. They just went to a commercial. Every once in a while, my TV just turns itself to another channel. It just, I haven't touched anything, and I'm saying, boy, they went to a commercial.
It's had enough of the game, Scott.
I think it has.
It's like it's telling. It's like, I don't want to watch this. You're watching something
Home
else.
Shopping Network. Yeah, I got Home Shopping Network on. How did they get to that?
No,
It was the game. What the hell was that?
No, that's Joe. They're doing some dumb thing with Joe Buck on Good Morning America or something.
Oh, jeez. I thought it flipped. And then, I guess the Giants called a timeout. So, okay. There I see it.
They're about to score. They went for it. So they got the first down. They're looking for the one more touchdown on the way out here. They're about to score.
I think
let's see. Here it is.
Diggs. I bet it goes to Diggs. It looked like
I don't know. Vrabel probably kicks the field goal, but maybe he says, I don't know, we're up 15. We'll just go for it here on the last. I don't know. Maybe we get a miracle and they don't score here, but it's 3rd and goal right now. We'll see what they're going to do. If they don't score on the play, I imagine they'll just ice the game and kick the field goal. But the Giants will have one last chance at sort of a mini backdoor on this.
Yeah.
Let's say hypothetically, so the 33-15. The teaser. They couldn't cover the point spread, but they could cover the teaser.
No. Yeah. I would think, listen, strategically, if it was a playoff game and everything, you kick the field goal, you have 3 scores, ball game over. But, less than 3 minutes left. Giants aren't going to have any timeouts. Just get the first down or score the touchdown. They got to go 90-plus yards. But
I don't think they're going to like this. Drake May just got lit up. Drake May scrambled on the play. He didn't get killed, but they're thinking, dude, we're up by 15. Like, do not do something dumb now. They're kicking the field goal. They're kicking the field goal. 23-yard field goal. Man, tonight, 22-yarder, 30-yarder, 28-yarder, and he missed a 45-yarder.
Yeah. Any chance he misses?
A lot of chip shot field goals tonight.
Yeah. Any chance he misses? Probably not, huh? They took a bunch of time.
No, he made it, Scott, but it wasn't a very good kick. It was like a low-line drive. I was like, oh, man, maybe it'll miss.
Yeah. How about that Colts game yesterday? How is that a good extra point? I don't know if you saw that or not, but, man, Mike and I were doing in-game live. We both said, wow, they missed the extra point. And then the official said, nope, it was good. I never saw a replay of it, but it was like, wow.
I said that too, Scott. I remember earlier. I don't know if you remember. I said it earlier in the year. I said I can never remember a year where I've been convinced that the extra points haven't been good when they say good. Like, been a few times where I've been like, that's not good, right? And I don't know. There's no review on that either. There really should be. It's pretty wild. There isn't.
Yeah.
You're just trusting the dudes.
The rules are if it goes inside, and this is going to sound stupid, but if it goes inside or outside the goalpost, you can review that. If it goes over the goalpost, that's not reviewable. For whatever reason, they think that's up to judgment.
That's the hard one. That's when it's hard.
Right. That's when it's hard.
Exactly.
I mean,
because it's way up there. That's where it gets confusing whether it went in or not, right? It's like, I barely did kind of up there. So they've been right for the most part. I don't know. There's been a few times, though, even in college, where I'm like, I don't think that's in, right, personally, but they say that it is. So we got 2:14 left now. We'll see if this is like stat pad time now, Scott, for everybody. Prop players, this is why, like every play, fantasy football, everybody's got an interest in something here on the way out. What did Henderson end up with when it was all said and done?
Let us see. You're right about that field goal, by the way.
67, Scott. 67.
Wow.
So he gets.
And now you don't want him in there anymore. Don't take a knee. Don't take a handoff. Don't lose.
Yeah, you give him the ball one more time, and he gets lit up, and he loses 2 yards on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen that happen plenty of times. Get him out, coach. Get Stevenson in there. 67. How about that?
67. It closed at 66 and a half. He got right up to the cutoff.
Yeah. I mean,
it goes to show how accurate they are, though, Scott. When we talk about like star players, not that he's a star, but like RB1, whatnot type thing, like that they got the numbers, man. Like they have the numbers. You have to find the unheralded numbers that they don't care about, like the unheralded players and stuff. Because the starting players, man, they've got it down. Look, 60 and 6 went up to 66 and a half. He gets to 67.
Yeah. I mean, and he didn't get that until that last drive. Otherwise, he wouldn't have. He did. So that's funny. That is just like, wow. Yeah, don't get in there. No more. Just Giants keep the ball or put Stevenson in there. That's the way to go.
This is good experience for Dart, though, for next year. Like we talked about it before, right? He's in a 2-minute more, offense here. You got to get him reps.
Yeah. We'll come it up.
When LeBron James decides he's retiring, it is coming with trumpets blaring, Adam Silver by his side, and he is going on a state-by-state, coast-to-coast tour so that everyone can acknowledge how great he was and give him a parting gift and thank him for his amazing contributions to the NBA.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.
The future of the prediction markets, I think, at least for now, may be in the hands of the federal courts. But the good news for those who support prediction markets is that these court battles may last for another 2 to 3 years before we get clarity around the law. And nominee Seelig was handpicked by Donald Trump, not because he was neutral on prediction markets, but because he would do nothing to slow it down.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
He's the fan favorite. They love talking about Stafford, the 38-year-old guy. He's the Super Bowl champ. We got the family. Any opportunity to pump McVay and Stafford as a team, they do that. They love this team. They loved Aaron Donald, and rightfully so. Best defensive player, but they love to pump up Stafford.
Pro Football Today, only on SportsGrid.
Football contest season is back, and so is the Las Vegas Football Contest Show. Season 2, the sharpest football contest show in the land. Focusing on all 3 Circus Sports contests and the Westgate Superbook Super Contest, we handicap the games and release our contest picks every week of the season. Featuring Super Contest champions Brady Cannon, James Salinas, and former NFL player Mike Pritchard, all team will have you prepared this season like none other. Check us out every weekend right here on SportsGrid.
All right, in-game live game day here on the grid. Scott and Gabe. Let me throw one quick NBA play that's a pretty good play. For whatever reason, Denver is at home struggling against a bad Dallas Mavericks team. They're down 1, 6 minutes left, and they're only laying 2.5. I got to see Denver lose at home. You're getting them, basically at pick'em in a 1-point game with 6 solid minutes left. I'm thinking
wild on the NBA.
They
just beat the Clippers, too. Like they've been on the road.
Yeah. They've had some weird bad losses at home against some bad teams. They have, I will say. But I don't, let me see them lose to Dallas. I think that's a pretty
The Lakers-Suns game's a good one. Total's 229.5 right now. And we got 4 minutes left in the first half. So, look, they put up 62 points in the first quarter. It's kind of slowed down here in the second, but it's 228.5 now. That's not a huge ask, Scott, between these two teams, right? Yeah. They're probably going to be at about 110 or so. I think it opens up again. I think there'll be a higher scoring second half than this second quarter. The second quarter's been low scoring, though. They only scored 32 points, and there's under 4 minutes remaining right now. Just fell at 226.5. So I'll wait it out. I'll see, let me see what the total is, but I'm going to have an interest in betting the in-game over this game if it keeps on falling like this.
How about Luka? 25 points already. They're giving you 41.5. I played a prop.
I wouldn't say under.
Props. Yeah. FanDuel offers, they gave some December props, which is pretty cool. One of them is would Luka score 60 points? And I'm getting, it's about 20 to 1. It's a big number, right? A couple bucks on it. Why don't you put $5 on it just to say you have it? I'm thinking, you know what? If I do that every single month at 20 to 1, is he going to score basically 60 points one time this year?
He will
that's how
eventually.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm
too.
surprised.
Somewhere along the line.
LeBron is deferred to him. Like I watch all the Laker games, and it's Luka's team. It's pretty wild, actually. Like after the game, they interview Luka, not LeBron now. I was thinking the other day during the game, and the Giants just get stopped on 4th and 8. I was hoping for a backdoor on the teaser there. They're going to lose by 18.
I was hoping for an interception. Lost that prop.
No pick. There it is. 1 minute left, but no timeouts left, so they're just going to take the knee. But, it's become Luka's team. Like, and, he gets LeBron involved. Like, the other night, LeBron had a nice alley-oop dunk, and he passes LeBron still, but it's his team, like, point blank. Like, it's his ball. And it's almost, though, a detriment to them, Scott. It's a problem, actually.
Well,
it's the Luka thing.
That's right.
He's such a good player. I get it. It's one of those, all right, he's got 20. They're losing the game right now. All right, so he's got all these points. No one else is involved. He walks the ball up the court. It's his ball, and it fades everyone out. Vince Carter was talking about the other day. I was watching the game at half, and Luka, same thing. He had like 33 in the first half or something, Scott. And he said, but everybody else just standing around. And he goes, it's basically the other teams are like letting it happen now, right? It's like the sort of let the star player go off and score 50. No one else will score enough because the ball will be in his hands all the time. It's almost like they're letting him do it now. It's like, fine, score. No one else, and you take a long time to do it, and you're not getting as many possessions. Like I said, all you need to know, suddenly they're down by 8 now, Scott. It's 58-50 right now.
And come fourth quarter, with 5, 6, 7 minutes left, we'll pick up the defense on you. And then now you're going to be asking your teammates who haven't been involved in the offense.
Yeah, you're going to start to pop them for an open 3. The guy's taking 6 shots all night. Exactly.
Yeah. So, but LeBron's got 4 points, and they're offering you 14.5 points for LeBron. I mean, his numbers are,
Scott, there's a prop out there. I don't know if you saw it about will LeBron score 10 points in every game that he plays? And the other night I bet this. So it was the same thing, Scott. He literally had 4 points the other night in the first half on Friday night. And it was 11.5. He ended up with 16. So you're damn right he is. And I'm saying it's Luka's team. Trust me. He's like, LeBron's going to get some shots here in the second half. There's going to be a word at halftime here. It's going to be a look and a word about the box score here. Like, you know what I'm saying? All right, I'm still LeBron James, and I'm not finishing with 6 points and having Stephen A. Smith say I'm done in the morning. Oh, he's done. He only scored 8 points. Like, no. Like, I would jump in on LeBron over.
Yeah. I mean, you would think somewhere along the line, the fear is that, he would, get hurt or something. But if you bet the yes to that, you just know you're going to get and there's no doubt in my mind, LeBron obviously knows about that stuff. They know how many points these guys have. When someone's approaching,
he's never not scored, Scott. He's got a streak going where he's never not scored 10 points in an NBA game before.
Yeah, it's amazing. He's going to have to pick some team, whether it's Cleveland or some team Miami, where he says, okay, I'm going to end the streak right now. This way I don't have to deal with it anymore if it gets to be a pain in the butt. But that's not bad. What was that, an even bet? Or a general vig? Or
no, it's it's a nice plus money. No, you're getting plus money. It's taken down. Let me see. Maybe it's up right now. Usually they take this stuff down when the guys are playing, but I noticed Bet365 did have their futures up. They don't have everything up right now. They don't have the specials up. It'll be back up tomorrow. We'll see if he gets there tonight, but I think he will. What are you saying he is, though? Because I got him at 11.5 the other. You're saying 14.5, eh?
14.5.
So he needs 11 points in the second half.
Yeah. In a game they're losing, so he's got to be playing.
And it won't be LeBron that's going to go up to Luka's locker and get in his face, but J.J. Redick is a pretty analytical guy, and you figure J.J. Redick will point out, hey, listen, we need other people shooting the ball as well.
Yeah, and he's best buddies with LeBron. That's why he's the head coach. So somewhere
the Lakers have been good this year. Like I said, I watch all their games. They have been good. They're better than I thought they were going to be. I keep waiting for it to sort of blow up like you're not, you know what I mean? But they kind of just outscore you. And I will say, Scott, they've been down a lot at the half. The Lakers have been strong closers in these games. It's almost, we'll look it up tomorrow, actually. We're not on a football night. We'll get into it. But, I'll try to find a number. But they're not good in the first half, the Lakers. Like, I guarantee you they've lost money if you take them in the first half. They're a better second half team.
Which is kind of weird because you figure maybe that's when they start playing better team basketball in the second half after LeBron or after Luka goes off in the first half. Maybe that's it. So San Jose.
Let's see. I think I found it fast here. Let's see.
Got it?
Yeah, L.A. Lakers, Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers, where the hell are they? They're 10-9.
Okay.
So
not too bad.
Right there.
Well,
10-9 in the first half. ATS.
Yeah. And think about the overall
Yeah, what's
record.
their straight up record? What's their straight up record on the season? They're like 14-5, they're like 8, 7, what is it? 15-4. So think about it, 15-4, but they're only 10-9 against the spread in the first half. So like I said, like they've closed games strong in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Dallas is up now 9. Wow. They're gonna beat Denver. How about a Dallas-Utah parlay in the NBA against the two of the best teams, Denver and Houston. And Houston playing great. Wow. How about a money line parlay on those two teams?
Still 6.5 minutes left, though. Houston are plus 150 on the money line right now. Dallas are about to win. Like you said, they're up by 9 with under 2 minutes left. Like, they're about to win for real. And, look, there was a little spike in points. They got up to, Phoenix really went on a run, Scott. 66-52. They're up by 14 at the half.
Wow. That's see here, Denver's lost to Chicago at home. That's not the worst thing in the world, but Chicago, Sacramento, San Antonio, and now Dallas.
They get caught.
They get caught looking or something. It's amazing. So it is a final. Obviously, we talked about that. New England wins 33-15.
15.
So game goes over by point and a half. Amazing. And the Patriots number. Okay, great job as always. We'll be back.
Thanks, Scott.